On this note, Ian, because Nintendo decided that, hey, we're going to make 150 NES Classic Editions. It was really 2.1 million worldwide, but not enough. A lot of bootlegs have come to the market.
I find this dumb.
You find dumb the fact that there's bootlegs, or the fact that it actually happened?
Bootlegs.
Are you surprised that there's bootlegs?
Yes.
Okay. Why?
I just don't understand why someone would want a bootleg NES
Classic Edition.
Classic Edition. I could understand wanting the real deal. They look nice.
They're official.
They're official.
Nice box.
Nice box. Nintendo made it. You get it, you play with it, or you're a collector and you want it. But after that, if you can't get it, you go through your 6 stages of fucking grief, and you download an emulator, and you hook your computer up to your TV, and you play your fucking games.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you want a bootleg NES Classic Edition? I that makes no sense to me.
Well, again, this is.
But I mean, they're making them. So I mean, if people are buying them, I guess there's a market. This really baffles me.
Well, NeoGAF user reported for Lupin III. The box actually looks like a decent box facsimile. Probably if you looked up close to it, I'm looking at this. It looks like the European box because it has both English and French in there.
I think it's interesting that they did offset the logo purposely so that you can, people can determine.
Oh, you think they did it on purpose with the logo?
Well, I would hope so, but at least it's offset so you can determine that it's a bootleg or not.
Well, I guess
they probably
depending upon where you buy this, you can probably determine it as well. I'm not sure where you're going to find this. Oh, by the way, it was 2.3 million NES Classic Editions. But it was supposedly the controller was actually pretty decent quality. Why not? They might have gotten from the same source as Nintendo did.
Yeah.
And you look at the coloration. The coloration's not exact, it looks like.
No.
On it.
The mold looks kind of like it was made out of Play-Doh.
The menu, once you get into it, is all the same, but the splash screen is different.
Yeah, it's like a rainbow
splash screen. If you couldn't tell when you bought it, you could tell by then. It's probably, the guts probably aren't as good.
No.
I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
The guts are not as good on it. It's probably safe. If you plug it in, it won't blow up, probably.
But yeah, I don't know. To me, it's just a very weird thing to exist.
It's the same 30 games, it looks like, that you get on it, right? So you got that. My question would be, if you're going to go in bootleg, why not just add more games to it while you're in? Like, why not just do that?
Well, in that, you're basically asking the same question that I am. Why not just Raspberry Pi it?
Because it looks like a nice Nintendo case that was printed.
So 3D print one.
3D print one yourself, or buy one that's available out there.
Yeah, I mean they do make nice. They do make cool little cases for Raspberry Pis.
I mean, once you get to this point where you're buying a bootleg NES Classic Edition, at that point, how far are you from those 501 consoles they used to sell in the mall in the late 90s?
Right.
Like it's just a different shape at that point, right? Is that and the fact that this is an HDMI out, which I guess in '97 you couldn't get from your little wooden carts in the middle of the mall. They probably didn't have that. I'd be interested in checking one of these out just to see how it looks compared to one next to it.
Yeah,
but I don't know where you can buy these yet. Like, where can you actually buy these? NES Classic Edition knockoff sale. Like, where can you buy these on Aliexpress? You gotta be able to buy these on Aliexpress.
Maybe. I thought it said somewhere on there that you could not find them there yet, but I don't know.
Oh, I guarantee you, if Nintendo didn't care about bootleg shit before that, you guarantee you they would lickety-split come down on AliExpress if they sold bootleg NES Classic Editions there. Sure. Like, that would be it. Yeah, the coloring's all like, it's like a yellow Super Nintendo color almost on it. When you look at the picture of it.
Yeah.
It's kind of gray on the bottom, but it looks like a different shade. I don't think that's just the lighting.
It looks like, and it also looked kind of like a sandwich that had been put in a lunch bag and slightly crushed by a textbook. Like, it just... It just doesn't look right.
Would that change the colors if you did that?
No, I'm just saying it doesn't look
right. Oh, it is on AliExpress, according to
okay.
finance.yahoo.com. Is that right? Let me just search for that real AliExpress. Ooh, Nintendo's not going to be happy about that. NES Classic. Let me see. What if I could have researched this before the podcast? AliExpress.com/. Oh no, They might have been pulled already. Because I see it when you search for it. You say online get cheap NES Classic Aliexpress.com. It's almost a scumbag seller of the week listing. Ooh, they're all pulled, I think. Because when you actually click on the link, you can't find anything.
Oh, okay.
Nintendo might have said, you know what? We're gonna sue the fuck out of you, AliExpress, if you allow third-party sellers on here. Because when you search for it, I'm on Bing.com. That's just the default search engine on this Chrome thing right now. Don't ask me why I'm using Bing. It said 30 plus items. When you click on it, they're all gone. I don't know if you're seeing the same thing on yours when you try to click on it.
Yeah.
Wholesale NES Classic Edition. When you click on it, I get the no pointer exception error. So I think they were all fucking pulled as soon as Nintendo found out about that. So there you go. Nintendo's saying, AliExpress, we're going to send our ninjas after you. I still think Nintendo has ninja assassins they hire on the side. I still think that.
Oh, okay.
They've been around long enough. They existed when there were still ninjas and samurai in the late 1800s. Why not? You know, they were dying off, but they were still around. So we'll see if we can get one of these somehow. It would be fun just to break it open and be like, what the hell's going on here? I want to actually hear like what it actually sounds like. It'd be funny if they actually came up with their own, besides splash screen, their own cheesy ass like intro music like they did in all those multi-carts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyway.